Hey everybody, I'm back. Woo!
Talking Fun with Edo Podcast.
Oh, hey everyone. It's Podcast Edo back at it again with another episode of Talking Fun with Edo Podcast. And as you can see, we're back with the Q&As yet again. For this being our first guest from last year of Blue the Robot. And I know it's been quite some time since we've gotten back into it, and I'm so happy to be back. Before we begin, though, I have a little bit of a bad news. Is that the usual Q&A song that I use for this, called Bouncy, that is like right over here. Yeah, along with everything else, it's most of everything else, it's gone. So I hope you enjoy this specific song right here for these Q&As, for I guess this new versions of Q&As. And now let's start off with the interview of the Q&A special of Blue the Robot. So here we go. Hello everyone. It's Podcast Edo with another episode of Talking Fun with Edo, with our 65th episode. And for our Q&A guest, we got Blue the Robot. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I am doing very well. And this is going to be a bit different, since this is going to be a Q&A from my subscribers. So are you ready to jump into them questions?
I am ready as ever as I can be.
All right. So the first question that we have is from Splashdown Dolphin, and he has asked, what is your favorite color?
You would think it'd be blue.
Right.
Sometimes, and it seems to be a lot of black, which is probably not the smartest thing to do in Florida. So, yeah, I'd probably just say I just really just neutral colors, man. I've been kind of, like this. This isn't really super neutral, but it's more like a faded beige-ish. So, I don't think I really have a favorite color. If I had to choose one, though, man, probably green now. I think I'm a green kind of guy.
So next question we have is from Lena Chan, and she has asked if you have any pets.
I do, actually. Both of them are in the room with me right now. I have two cats, both named Leo and Raja.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been with me for quite some time. The oldest one is 12, I think, and the youngest one is 10.
Oh, nice. All right. Next we have is from the Ain't Paying 18, and he has asked us, what other hobbies do you have outside of when you're doing video games and editing?
Yeah, so I do a lot. I actually am currently working on building a gym in my garage right now, so I like working out.
Okay.
Yeah, I like going shooting. I go to the shooting range a lot. I do a lot of training out there. I go out to an outdoor shooting range and I move, shoot, all that stuff. And I love cars. I love working on them. I have a new 4Runner since the last time we spoke. And I go off-roading in it, camping as well too. So just a big outdoors kind of guy. And because I work inside all day. So whatever I can do to kind of escape that is what I'm doing.
Nice. And speaking of shooting, this question is from Mike from Jeopardy. He has asked if you played any other type of game as far as shooting games.
Yeah, actually, so I am playing a game right now called Incursion Red River, which is also a game that I community manage for, and I'm also the social media manager for, trailer editor, all that stuff, content creator outreach. But I was a player of that game before. So it's a single player co-op up to 4 players, PvE only extraction shooter, which is really fun. And then I've been playing some Armor Forger a lot, which is from Bohemia Interactive, and there's a bunch of mod support on that as well. And then I've of course been playing some Battlefield 6 since that released. So had to get a couple games in there. I haven't played as much as I would like to. So, but I definitely would love to get some more time into that. But yeah, really, those are like the main 3 games. I played another game a couple days ago called Jump Space, which is the roguelite 4-player co-op space game, which is really fun time with friends. So it gets chaotic, but that's the best part.
Nice. Next question we have from Kids to Production, and they have asked, what is your favorite kid movie, television show that you loved when you were growing up to now?
I would definitely say Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
All right, yeah, that was a pretty dope show.
That one. It felt so short, and I look at it now with like the limited run that it had with the seasons, and it felt like it was like way longer. But then you realize that no, they kind of
it's shorter than it was, right?
Yeah. So yeah, and then I love watching their podcasts as well too afterwards, and now they're all adults and stuff like that. So
wait, my podcast?
No, the Ned's Declassified
one. The
Neds.
I'm so right. They have a podcast. Oops.
Yeah.
I see.
I like how they bring in the OG actors and whatnot to interview and stuff like that. Yeah. So just like the Nickelodeon family, you know, even though a lot of dark stuff has come out of it, but
right. Yeah. Our last question that we have is from Blue Nagata Mascot, and they've asked if you speak other languages like Spanish, Italian, French, and Germany. And on the same note, if you play soccer, aka football.
For the sport one, I do not. I used to when I was a kid back in elementary school. That was like a year or half a year into 3rd grade, so that doesn't count. I was definitely more of a baseball kind of guy.
Okay.
I did baseball in middle school. Did it in high school a little bit before I joined the JRTC program. And then I also don't speak other languages, which is sad as a Puerto Rican. I'm not fluent in Spanish. So I am 2nd generation Puerto Rican. So I definitely did not grow up learning a lot of Spanish, which, I mean, to no fault of their own, they wanted me to learn English to get, acclimated to America, which is, the way to go. But I definitely, it's weird because it's like I lived in Germany as well when I was in the army for like 3+ years, and I learned German there. But then, of course, when you don't practice it, you don't speak it just goes so
right away. Yeah.
But I went back recently for Gamescom about last month I think it was, or month and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
So I was there. Yeah, I was there for the whole week for the game that I work for, and being around a bunch of Germans and everyone that I was hanging out afterwards were all German. It started to kind of come back to me, and I started learning it again. But of course, now it's all gone again.
Oh. It's fine. It's bien. So one of the last things that we got, so our Q&A part is over. So I have a few questions like I wanted to ask. One of them is what was like the favorite part that, since it's been a year, what was your favorite part that you liked of our last interview together?
I mean, really just the fact that I love doing interviews and podcasts and stuff like that. I'm on a podcast right now called The Scope FPS. It's a FPS podcast. We're like a couple hundred episodes in now, but I love the act of talking, which is weird because I never used to be that way. I used to be more just super introverted. Back in high school, I would, go home, play some Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo Reach, all that stuff. I was just like at home gamer, and I knew my friends in my neighborhood, and that was pretty much it. And now, because of what I do, because of what I do and the job that I'm in, and also Full Sail helped out a lot with that too. I feel like just to what's the word? Almost like re-energize the passion, and then on top of that, like just learn new tips and tricks and stuff like that. I skyrocketed in the field of speaking, because it's not as simple as just putting a bunch of words together and saying it, putting your thoughts together, trying to exclude filler words. So, but I'm going off track right now. But I would say just the ability to I love talking about this kind of stuff. So anytime I get a chance to talk about it, I'm on it.
Nice. One of the second to last thing to share with you is big shout out to Jay Hattori and Callie's Angel for their recommendation for you. And the reason why I've shouted them out was not even just that, but also we have, speaking of circling around, you have 20 other episodes, but so 65. So it's like I think 45, my 45th episode included you, and it was the
Yeah.
same with Jay Hattori, where my 36th episode was my 16th episode. So everything is really going full
That's kind
circle.
of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I haven't spoken to Jay in a while, but every now and then he'll text me and we'll kind of reconnect a little bit. But we're adults. We have busy schedules. I got a wife. I got a kid. So yeah.
Nice. And one of the last things to ask before we say our farewells is what are the new things that you're working on as of now? Like new things coming out. And
man. Yeah, I guess within the year. So like I am now officially full time with the company that I'm working for called Games of Tomorrow. Woo! So I am now, it's been, that happened within the last 2.5 weeks, but I was working with them on a contract basis for the past year and a half. So it would just be put the time in, get the time out. But now it's also just consistently just that is now my 9 to 5. On top of that, we just yesterday we hit 12,000 subscribers on YouTube as well. So that was actually pretty big as well. Yeah. Okay. So things are moving, and then I have been playing a lot of Armor Forger, and then I've been hosting and running my own server because I made a couple of videos on it. And that has been kicking off lately. It's always max capacity with a player queue behind it. So I've been and it's all volunteer based. Like even the people that are helping me mod the game as well too. They came into the server. They were like, "Hey, we like what you're doing and we want to help any way we can." And there's a couple of people that, admin for me. There's someone that's modding just for the server specifically. And then we teamed up with the main mod author. So it's kind of like it's a collaborative effort, which is really cool to see. So it's cool because I get to see a lot of lately I've been getting into level design as well too. I'm hopefully going to get into the level design aspect for Unreal Engine 5 for Incursion Red River because it's on the Unreal Engine 5 engine. So that's the next thing I want to get into is level design, and then and just continuing the YouTube channel. So really, I would say it's been nonstop, just grinding. I mean, like I said, I went to Gamescom because of the game company, so they flew me out there. They got the hotel and everything, and it was a great experience. Great networking experience for sure. I met a lot of cool people. It seems like a really big family. Like almost like every single year it happens, like you're gonna end up probably seeing the same people. Because I was talking to people there. It's my first one, but people that were there, they were like, "Oh yeah, this is like my 7th, 8th Gamescom or whatever it was," So it was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. So yeah,
also sorry.
Yeah. No, continue. Go. What was up?
I was saying also in Germany, do you also have some fans over there as well?
I had one that showed up to the booth that we had that he knew because I was going to be there, and he knew because of my channel. Because again, I was covering the game before I started working for them. Right. Because I'm all about super hardcore, immersive, first-person shooters. Any game that can immerse me into the world with limited HUD. That's normally my thing, and that it looks good. Yeah. Is my jam. So, but he knew of the game because of my channel. So then he showed up to the Gamescom booth and it was like, I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm not knowing who he is. He's like, I'm like, "Hey, have you heard of our game before?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm here because of you." I was like, "What? Oh, crap, that's kind of cool." Nice. So actually, I think it kind of happened twice. Technically, my channel and the game are kind of cohesive now. So it's like he saw the game, then the channel, and then I met someone that saw the channel, then the game. So back and forth. Nice. So that was really cool to see. But and then funny enough, I saw another Full Sail alumni at Gamescom. Actually, I was checking out his game. It was just happenstance walking around the show floor because I had some time to kind of explore the indie side. Is what we were in. We were in the indie showcase arena. And I got to check out some game, and I couldn't tell you the name of the game. I'll be honest. I was more like, hey, Full Sail, you know. So
yeah,
but you know, we were talking. I was like, hey, American, yeah, he's American, yeah, because there was not a lot of us there. I'll be honest, but
oh wow, okay. I actually thought we would see like a lot of people, like even like
you
people...
would think, but it is expensive to fly over to Germany for sure. Get the hotel.
Okay.
You want to be there for. I had a few guys that were there that I saw that were American. They were like, you know, hey, I'm only here for a day, which makes sense. So,
right.
But I was there for the 5 days, you know, so it was quite an experience.
One last thing of Germany, what I want to ask before we leave, since we're kind of on the topic, was what was like? I'm not sure if you were able to enough to sightsee, but it was like, what was like the favorite places you like being when you were in Germany, and also the food. What was like your favorite food?
Oh, well, definitely huge fan of, I mean, the donor boxes and stuff like that. You know, it's just kind of like the food to get, which is Turkish. It's not German, but you know, actual Jane, of course, you know, everyone says the beer. I'm not really a big beer drinker. I'm not really one to go out and drink, but I know when I was stationed there, this was like 2014 when I went. So I was there for 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was there for 3 years consistently, and you know, I got to sightsee a lot there. And my favorite thing was anything historical. So there was like a really cool old Roman fort that we went to.
Okay.
That they basically just, you know, they preserved it, and even the road leading to it was an old Roman road that was just, you know, paved over pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So they didn't save it properly because, you know, it's all a bunch of gravel and rocks normally what it used to be.
Yeah.
But, you know, they showcase what it used to look like, and the road is still there. Like the same, you know, if you were to like dig deep enough, you might find the road underneath, you know, so that's really cool. But, and then I was in Cologne, which is where Gamescom's at. So I got to walk around Cologne and get to see some of the stuff. I didn't get to see too much because it's very busy when you're there. You go into, you know, little meetings and after party stuff, and you know, so there's a lot of that. But yeah, I love Germany. I love going to visit whenever I get a chance, but it is nice to be home. That's for sure.
Right. Well, I'm glad that everything is like moving forward in progress. I am so happy that you were able to make it for my comeback special. And once again, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for joining me. Thank
Of
you
course,
so
man.
much.
Anytime.
So as usual, we have to say our farewell. So see you later.
Later, guys.
I hope you all enjoy this comeback episode of Blue the Robot Q&A. And speaking of which, once again, big shout outs to Blue the Robot as well. And as usual, let us start with the shout outs. So the old school shout outs that we got is from Ghost Claw Production Radio, Melanie Yamaguchi, Freddie Gibbs, Miyachi, Creatives Corner, and Valenti Videos. And for the shout outs that we have got is to Rascial Smile, Sora React the VTuber, CRG Video, Stella Trix the VTuber, Azharul I, Hot Dance 333, Hargets on Deck, Shinsei Galverse, Jus Rye VEVO, Natalie, JS Vaughn, Mari Live, Mr. Nostalgia, Mari the VTuber, Monster Dev, Muu Rain VTuber, Wafellmaker, Spite VTuber, Mutee Boyy, Kappace, Nikki and Steven React, Cha Vtuber Your Mom, Glottal Stop, Tonzee Animation, Rainbow Ranger, and Camilla the VTuber. So, the next thing that is coming up very soon is the big picture of Benny Fong Q&A for the Halloween Q&A special. I hope you guys got your questions ready. And also on that note, wait. Hey everyone, it's Editing Edo, and yeah, we'll give Podcast Edo a little bit more time to recollect his thoughts. On that note, I want to thank you all for 11,000 views for my channel. And on that note, from Edo for the main channel, I want to thank you all for almost 200 subscribers. And now, let's get back to Podcast Edo for the last part of the new news. So here we go. Coming up next very soon is the Q&A special for Benny Fong from The Big Picture for the Halloween Q&A special. I hope you all got your questions ready, and thank you all for the questions you have sent to Blue the Robot for this special. For the explanation of why Us Edo's been gone for so long is from the latest episode of Edo's Self-Talk of Edo 4. Please check that out with the link below. And once again, I'm so happy that we all can be back. Please be on the lookout for not only just that, but also more Q&As coming your way, especially for the anniversary special, and also more stuff along with that as well. So as usual, my friends, I will see you later, and bye!
Talking Fun with Edo Podcast.